This will give you an idea of what this looks like. If you looked at this big log, you really wouldn't think much of it, but I know it's only been here for about 2 years, and it's a black walnut. It doesn't have any bark on it because it's fallen off. I've kept it up off of the ground. I've got my board up here that we're going to use for the chainsaw mill cutting guide, and we'll line this up a little bit better. Next thing we'll do is we'll pre-drill a hole here for our screw to go in and hold this board on this end. And we'll do the same on the other side. And one thing you might want to do to help you out is if you're using an 8-foot log like this one, for example, you want to try to use a board that is a little bit longer like this one. That way when this slides back, you've got plenty of room here. It'll end up back here when it's making that final cut. Just be careful and watch your toes and wear a pair of steel-toe boots like these. See how beautiful that is? Looked like garbage at first, didn't it? But man, this is a beautiful piece of wood. Look at this also. So now what I'm going to do is flip this log over and put the board on the flat side there. Then we'll have two sides cut. And when you're setting up your chainsaw mill cutting guide, you'll see these two pressure bolts that go in here, and they will hold against the bar here. What they'll do is they'll pressurize these 2 points. But the problem is this will fall down and hit the blade if there's a lot of force on this. I know from experience, and it will dull the blade. And you can do that, but it's also set up to be able to drill through here into your bar and use the bolts that came with it, which are 11 millimeter or 7/16. So I just drill 2 holes through the bar and I get 2 1/4-inch lock washers, and I bolt these 2 existing bolts that come with it like this, and I just screw them in, and I have my needle nose here. And so far this has worked like a champ. If you're wondering what the distance is from the edge of this chainsaw mill cutting guide to the edge of where your chainsaw is, from edge to edge, it's going to be 1.25 inches. And if you're wondering how far it is from the bottom of the bar without the chain on it to where the center of where you would be drilling these 2 holes, the center of this one is 1.16 inches. And you want to give yourself a good mark, that way you know which side you're cutting on. Of course, we're going to be cutting on this side of this line. Wow, that shows you how beautiful this black walnut is and how deceiving they can look when the bark's off of them.